Oh, greetings, hello, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Johnny Baghead. Oh my, it's me, yes. And you might notice I'm at a very low frame rate today, which is because I've come down with something. Funny enough, it started Saturday. If anyone was here Saturday when we started Constantine for the PlayStation 2, and I noted that my throat felt funny and I wasn't sure if it was something I ate. Nope, that was me getting sick, it turns out. It always seems to hit the throat first. I gotta look into it more. I'm starting to worry that I'm just getting tonsillitis like 3 times a year or something now. The problem is that, you know, you don't start getting tonsillitis medication like antibiotics unless it gets really bad back there. And also, like, the idea of even going out to... It's not even that far away, but just the idea of even going out to see a GP when I'm feeling this bad. Horrible. So, what I'm doing today... I'm fine to stream still, I just knew it was not a good idea to be all bagged up on camera. So we're going to have a chill time, and I'm going to play Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Now... You might think that's weird for me, because I did just finish doing Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and we did on the Sega Saturn version, and we did, like, everything you could get done in that version. However, you know, it just made me want to play more, more Castlevanias, and honestly, you know, sick boy privilege, I get to play what I want, I'm going to play something I like. And even though Circle of the Moon here is kind of a strange one. It's one of the stranger Igarashi, not even Igarashi one, Igarashi didn't work on it. It's one of the stranger like Metroidvania Castlevania. It's also welcome to stream, Mimund. You know, I'm gonna swap over now. Here we go. It is a stranger one. Hang on. Oh yeah, I've got a... There we go. Let me just... There we go. I love this song. I love this song. I don't know what the name of it is. I believe it was first in Rondo of Blood. But I could be wrong. Something that's always bothered me is... it's a long time ago now. I think it was for the 20th anniversary or the 25th anniversary. Konami, it was Japan only, so you couldn't really get it physical unless you had a lot of money. But they released like a 15-disc soundtrack that had every game in the series. It had all of the music, and it even had, in some cases, like higher quality versions of the music than was in the games. But for some reason, this song, we'll get to it again here. This, like, name entry song. This song was missing. I don't know if it was a weird license thing. I think there might be a couple like that. Like, the end credits theme from Symphony of the Night wasn't included. But, oh, welcome to the stream, Nimanim. I saw you follow a few days ago. I do appreciate that. But yeah, this is an odd one, but I really like it because of that. Let's see. Do I want to turn the? Just looking at like the game audio, and my audio. I think that's okay, but I'm gonna turn my. There we go. Turn up on my end. It is 1830 at an old Austrian castle. From the worshippers of chaos rise the plead of the darkness, return of the Lord of Darkness. We'll get more into the story stuff about this, because I looked up some stuff just to get all my facts about this right. There's a lot of interesting aspects about this. Oh, it's Camilla! We crave the presence of the embodiment of suffering, the ruler of darkness. I have waited for this moment to be awake again, to bask in darkness and feel the moonlight within. Count Dracula, I am honored to be in your presence. Indeed. Hello. I lack my full power. We are preparing the rite to replenish your power. Stop! Oh, it's one of the Baldwin brothers. However many they are. I forget how many. So Alec, is it Adam? Steve? You cannot be allowed to take the world. You. I remember. You are one of the vampire killers that sealed me. You've aged. It is our duty to see you banished. Amusing. To use my nemesis' life to return my power. I have no use for children. Begone! Hugh, Nathan! Master! Father! I'm not going to keep doing voices. I'm probably too ill for it. Who knows what these guys sound like? No creatures around here. Hugh, are you okay? Yeah. We were just brushed aside and ignored. We have to find Master. I'll go. He's my father. Nathan, you'll be in the way. Just get out of here. I want to find Master as much as anybody. Okay, so. The story of this one, it's weird. Because it's involving characters you've like never seen before. Who are these people? And at some point, when Igarashi kind of became series producer, he just said, "Yeah, don't worry, this game's not canon." And I was reading some stuff that claimed, "Oh, maybe it was made canon again later on," but apparently no. It's like it's canon to its own universe. Apparently, just Igarashi was just like, "Oh yeah, if you want, you can have alternative realities." But this was developed by not Igarashi or his team. I get the impression, I don't know specifically why, but maybe because, you know, Symphony of the Night, even though it was like critically acclaimed, was not a huge success. And, you know, there were some reviews that were like stupidly negative. Oh, that's very lucky. Also, yes, you'll see this. I have a retro achievement set up. It's always fun to have that set up. So if you want to keep track or compare stats and things like that, I've got it linked on my profile. DSS. Alright. Attribute in action cards will create a specific effect. These can be set at the main screen DSS option. So that's like the main gimmick of this game. But yeah. A lot of the Castlevania games that came out after Symphony of the Night, so that's the two Nintendo 64 games, which this developer made actually, and another one? I think one of the Game Boy ones came out after Symphony of the Night. And then this were made by other teams, but by like Harmony Dissonance and a bit after that. At that point, Igarashi was like series producer at that point. But I find this one interesting. This was a really early... You know, I do think I do have to turn up the game a bit. Let me just check the config. No, that's all good. Okay. Because what this feels like is taking the Metroidvania like formula that Symphony of the Night established and putting it into a more classic NES style Castlevania style. So obviously we're back to the whip, but even the movement, like the movement is a lot more like classic Castlevania. You do have like some air control, for example. We actually can't even run right now. We can power walk. And oh, nice Mercury card. So I think now we can... Yes. So the way this works is they kind of simplify things. So you still level up, you've still got your stats, and you do have some gear, but they simplify. There's a lot less gear. There's no equipable weapons. Instead of weapons and spells and a lot of that kind of thing, it's all put under this card system. Mercury, the messenger of the gods, has the potential of strength. A lizard bathed in flames, embodiment of the spirit of fire, salamander. So the way it works is the top card dictates what kind of ability, and the bottom one is the element. And then this is your, like, permanent relic upgrades. So yeah, you press this, and there we go. So we got Flame Whip. But yeah, oh yeah, those guys could be a tad annoying. I'm trying to think if you're actually supposed to be able to make that jump yet. Well, that's fine. That's a save point. But I kind of like it. Someone who is also a fan of that more traditional side-scrolling Castlevania with its very deliberate controls and platforming. It's a really nice blend. I could definitely see how this maybe would disappoint someone who came from Symphony of the Night, which is such a complex game, though I would argue maybe too complex in some cases. Like, there are too many systems. But, you know, this was also, like, again, a very early Game Boy Advance title. Funny enough, like, one of the big issues with it is because it was done early, it was done before developers really realized that the lack of a backlight really hurt the system early on. And you had to, like, color your games, like, use palettes and colors that worked for that. So this game, if you like, the way this looks is kind of how the developers, like, the color scheme intended. But if you were playing this on, like, the launch Game Boy Advance, this game would be incredibly hard to see because it has a very dark gothic arts, like, palette and color. Okay, we're full on heart abilities. Oh. Come on. Hey, look at that. Okay. Also, I love they brought back, so I think it was starting in Castlevania 4, where you could hold the attack button and move the whip around. In here, they just give you this like spin move, and I love it. Oh yeah, I bet I didn't. Oh, okay, I leveled up, so I do have more hearts now. There we go, dash boots. Double tap forward to perform the dash move. There we go, now we're cooking. And yeah, this is an important move to have. Because it gives you not just the movement speed upgrade, but like how much you can travel around the world. Oh yeah, we can't go that way yet. Also, I'll talk about now a weird thing. There we go. Got some equipment. Yeah. So, for some reason, around this time, the European releases would sometimes be renamed slightly. And for some reason, the European release of this is not called Castlevania Circle of the Moon. It is just called Castlevania. So there was already the original Castlevania. And then there was Castlevania 64, which is... That's not its official name, by the way. It's like, it's just called Castlevania. I don't think the 64 part of the name has ever been like official part of it. And then the first PlayStation 2 game, Castlevania Lament of Innocence, on PlayStation 2, the PAL release of that is also just called Castlevania. Like, how does that benefit anyone trying to get into these games? Let's go down first. I've got to find a save point. Okay. It's interesting you start with the slide. Oh, well, we're not going up there. Oh, there we go. Oh, this works out because this is a health upgrade. Oh, no, it's not. It's an MP upgrade. Okay. Well, I think there is a save point in this room somewhere. There we go. Also, if you're not very good at doing double taps on a controller, this game might be a bit annoying, which I've talked to a friend who was having that issue. There we go. Because, yeah, you just have to constantly tap it. That's maybe one thing that would be cool to see in a ROM hack, is just as soon as you get the dash, you just... that's it. Because I don't think there's, like, any reason after you get the dash that you would want to walk at normal speed. Like, maybe the some attacks are a little easier to dodge. Oh, there we go. So yeah, you still get XP. You still get loot drops. The main thing with this one is that outside of the key movement upgrades, all of the equipment and cards are all drop rate based. And I think this is a bit contentious for people, because they're like the main abilities of the game, but considering that they're kind of taking the place of having multiple weapons and attack types and things like that, it kind of makes sense. See, the magic, these here are in set places, but I get some of the annoyance, because you can have situations where there might be a certain card you want, and you just have to deal with knowing what enemies drop it and waiting for them to drop it, you know? But at the same time, I personally like it because it brings back some of what can happen in Symphony of the Night, where you can have very varying playthroughs. Because unless you go out of your way to grind specific drops, there are... Sorry, I'm just going to have a bit of my drink here. It's a honey lemon drink. Oh, hold on, I'm going to have a bit more. That really helps when you've got this throat issue. But yeah, if you're not actively trying to farm, there's a lot of cards that you might just not see. And I think we got pretty lucky. I know those first 2 cards are very high drop rates, typically. Oh, oh, okay, I wasn't paying attention. I think I'm gonna, yeah, go back now that I've got this move. And I like it is a bit of a like throwback. Now there are some issues with this game. And the main one is the lack of a shop. I don't mind, you know, money doesn't drop, but like the bigger thing is that, you know, you can't buy items, you can't sell excess gear. Things like that. Okay, yes. And considering that, you don't have... I think, like, Symphony of the Night, I never really messed with it, but there is, like, a bestiary thing you can unlock, and that does tell you about drop rates and things like that. I don't think you get anything like that in this. So you can't, like, look through enemies and realise, oh, do they have more to drop? Like I say, it's very throwbacky in that style. Yeah, I'll take that. But I like it. Just because no other of the Metroidvania style ones feel like this. Even the ones that have the whip be the main weapon, like Harmony of Dissonance and Portrait of Ruin. The movement feels closer to Symphony of the Night. Okay. Can we go this way yet? No, this is double jump. So I think that just leaves over here now. But yeah, this is a really cool move because it's very good anti-air. You know, like say that bomb's coming towards you, you do the spin, knock out the way. Okay, we can't do that yet. Also, there's some really great music in this. It's also one of my favourite soundtracks for the series. Okay, so we're back in here, but we can't do anything there yet. Also, I think the screen space of this one is quite smart. I'll have to really talk about it more at some point. I don't think I can do this yet. Hang on. No. Huh. Where am I supposed to go? Actually, maybe it's... Maybe it's that one I missed. Harmony of Dissonance. The main character sprite is very big. And that game feels like quite zoomed in. Harmony of Dissonance is a weirder one, honestly. Like, as much as it's more an attempt at the Symphony of the Night style, there's some just weird design decisions. The weird, like, NES... Not even NES, like, Game Boy. Probably, like, yeah, like, original Game Boy sounding music. And, like, some of the is it... I don't know if you'd call it the sprite work or just the art direction in general. Is a bit amateurish, it feels like. Like, some... The bonus character, for example, in that one, looks like a really... Like, almost looks like a ROM hack. From, like, the early days. Okay. There is a jump somewhere I'm missing. It's probably in this room, actually. Get out of here. So yeah, so the lack of shops causes that issue where I've picked up multiple of like the same armor type. There we go, that's good. Oh, I'm not gonna bother with it yet. Gaining levels. It's kind of on me because I wasn't paying attention to the map stuff. Oh, okay, this is just a HP up. I'll take it though. It's probably somewhere around here, though. Okay, yeah, that's a one-way area. Let's just save. But yeah, like you do have the slower like attack animation. Though funny enough, I think the short hopping does help a little bit. It's not quite the same as Symphony of the Night. But I think when you're in the air, I think the attack comes out a little quicker. I don't think it ends quicker, though. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Whoops. There we go. So yeah, that's very traditional Castlevania to have that, like, really big knockback. Like, Symphony of the Night still has it, but it's not as severe as that. Let's see. Let me look around this area more. And it's not too much of an issue yet, but you know, like one of the big things about not having a shop is there's no real like consistent place to buy healing items and things like that. And there are parts of this game, especially a optional area, that feel like they were designed with that in mind. Okay. Hoping to find a different sub-weapon, because the dagger's not amazing. What's down here? Oh, we're actually really opening up the map already. It is a little odd that you do have all these characters that are completely new and seem to reference events that we've never seen in the series before or since. Not the biggest bummer being removed from the timeline. That's always going to be Castlevania Legends with Sonya Belmont. I don't know why. At the time, like, Igarashi was, like, kind of against the idea of having a playable female character. That's definitely whenever he was, like, he made that decision. Now, obviously, he changed that because Portrait of Ruin, you know, you're a male-female duo. And then Order of Ecclesia just stars a lady. And then since he's made, you know, Bloodstained, and the lady in, you know, main character's a lady in that too. I'm bad with names, but she's cool. Alright. You will notice as well, because there aren't weapons that you find in the environment or gear and stuff like that, like it's all tied to enemy drops, that most of the pickups are like just stat upgrade things. So they're just, oh, here's a health up, here's an MP up, here's a heart up. Obviously those were in Symphony of the Night, but this makes it so, you know, because you're not finding armor or weapons or equipment outside of enemy drops. Alright. Okay. Aha, boss door. I think I'm fine to go without saving. Let me just double check that is more damage. Yeah, it's not much more damage, but it's still more. Oh wow. Surprised that didn't hurt. Oh yeah, no, I think he changes element or something. There we go. One thing slightly annoying is I don't think bosses drop the orbs in this. Yeah. Weirdly, they took that out. Despite as much of like a more traditional Castlevania, this feels like a throwback to. Double jump. Another jump can be performed while midair. So yeah, that's big because now we could get to a lot of new places. Quite a few places actually. Looking at this map, probably go down though first. That seems like the best route currently. Let me... Oh. Yeah, so there's a bit funny about this game, though. If you get hit on the ground, you don't get knocked back. There we go. Holy water. So, actually, the fastest way to move in this game, like faster than even jumping over enemies, is just to run through them all. Because you just get stunned for like a slight second, and then you're fine. Oh yeah, this is one of my favourite songs. This is a remix of a Castlevania Bloodlines song from the Mega Drive Genesis game. Okay, no, we're not making that jump yet. Oh yeah, it's a bit weird. You like leave the area, then come back to it. Because you can't jump up that other way yet. Oh, hell yeah, more cards. Now, there is a glitch you could do with the cards, but I'm not going to mess with it yet. There we go, now we've got like a rose whip. Here, we'll just... Oh. So that's 18. Oh, hey, welcome to the stream, Neo VS. Congrats on that 1.5%-ish card drop. Yeah. As I was saying earlier, I know some people aren't a fan of like all the stuff being tied to the cards and the cards being drops, but I like how different it can make each playthrough feel, because if you're not going out of your way to farm cards, you can get very different abilities and playthroughs, and that's always been one of my favourite things about this era of Metroid games. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, I hate when this happens. It makes it so much awkward to stream. And I enjoy streaming so much. Oh, Neovia says, yeah, I like Circle of the Moon too, and really, farming isn't necessary, which is, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing good. Like I said, I'm a bit under the weather today. which is why I'm using my backup PNG form. But I'm not actually as sick as I've been in the past, so I'm probably going to be back on camera by the weekend. Just I've got to be cleaning my nose and sniffing a lot. Oh, that was a bad jump. It's not as bad as some... Heck, because I was doing a bit more research into it because I knew I was going to talk about it at some point. But all the weird stuff that's happened with drop rates and luck in this series, which in most cases, like more cases than not, seem to be bugs to me. Like looking up how the luck stat affects drop rates in both Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow, where it basically has like 0.001% influence on that stuff. Yeah, there we go. Could double up. Oh, hey. Okay, so funny enough, I looked this up. Intelligence in this game only improves your MP regeneration rate. It doesn't put up the amount of damage that magical attacks do. And don't really need higher MP regen rate right now. Boom. Okay, you know, let's check this door out first. Neovia says, yeah, part of me thinks they intentionally made luck stat bad in the Sorgates to make them seem longer. Here, in this one, it seems really good. The main thing I know is you could affect it a lot better because there's, heck, there's a card combo we'll get later on that actually lets us, boost stats. And I did do some research that mentioned, like, the game has it does cap how much, oh, shit, that was lucky, how effective luck can be. So each enemy has a, like, normal and a rare drop, apparently. No, I think some enemies might not. Like, they might only have the rare drop or they only have the normal drop. But apparently there is a limit where luck will never put the luck for normal items above 50% and it will never put rare items above 25%. Oh yeah, there's multiple ways now. Yeah, we'll use the axe for now. Haven't really had to use the sub-weapons yet. I've been really lucky. Honestly, at this point, I could avoid most of these enemies. What's in here? I don't know if it's ever been confirmed if the stuff with the luck is like a bug or not. I always heard that in one of the Sorrow games, people claimed it was a bug. Maybe because strategy guides or the manual had made claims about what the luck stat's supposed to do. But it's such a low effect that people think, like, okay, they must have miscalculated the numbers. But I forget which one it is, though. I know it's a very minimal increase in both games, but apparently in one of them in particular, and I want to say it's Dawn, it's like there's some stat that's supposed to have a certain influence and it doesn't. Also, man, we're just going all over the place. Oh, here we go. This is a very castle entrance corridor. Very, very much like the Symphony of the Night one, but also, you know, like a lot of the Castlevania games have had hallways like this. Yeah, I'm just gonna run past those guys. Let me make sure this is... yeah. Still more damage. Oh, I might have gone too far. Come on. There we go. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, there's more over there, but we can't get up that high yet. Yeah, love the cross. The boomerang cross. It's always been one of my favourite sub-weapons. Hey, look at that, level up. I'll take it. Yeah, see, that's what I mean by if you just run, not jump, but just run. I think what it is that I think the game's trying to do the knockback, but because you're on ground level, it doesn't propel you. You kind of just instantly hit the floor. Also, speak of the luck stat, I found out recently the luck stat in Harmony of Dissonance does one thing in that game. It doesn't affect drop rates. It doesn't affect critical rates. It affects the spawn rate of one enemy. And that's it. I'm like, oh, Igarashi, you troll. Oh. Oh. No, Neo says with the form that is now available, I think luck just wasn't thought out correctly. The story goes, it's a weird combination of divisions within divisions when luck sets self about. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'd always heard. Like, I'd heard people suggest it was a bug the way it worked. You know, just as like, okay, this doesn't seem to affect anything, and okay, yeah, we're not going that way yet. I'll say, compared to Symphony of the Night, and, you know, this is a smaller scale game, I had a feeling there was going to be a drop there. I think this is... it might be based on a famous painting, but not sure. But I definitely think compared to Symphony of the Night, we've already run into like multiple future ability progression blocking things. Like we've already seen boxes to push, things to break, barriers, like all sorts. Whereas I think with Symphony of the Night, most of the stuff you see early on is just like movement based. Like, oh, can you jump this high? Yeah, take that slime. Okay. Yep, there's one of those. I know what those do. I want to mention I have beat this game quite a few times. Symphony of the Night's definitely the one I played the most, just because for a period I got really into doing like casual style speedruns. But as I mentioned in the Symphony of the Night playthrough, I never really learned the full... like, I didn't look too much up. I kind of just used what knowledge I had and just... so, oh, what's the best I can do with what I know? Okay, I'm hoping there's a save point nearby somewhere. Aha! Had a feeling. Okay. Up we go. Oh, interesting. Yeah. This is the thing I remember about this game, is that a lot of areas sometimes stack on top of each other, but it's not until you have certain upgrades can you actually use them. There's a bit of a tricky jump though. Man, there are so many little paths I've been running into. Yeah, let's go up this way first. Oh, okay. You know what then? No, let's go back down. Oh, I'm just gonna use the... Okay. Dead end, but good to know. For now. Oh yeah, I always forget with these lightning enemies. You're best to jump. Oh, you just get hit with that early attack. Okay, no, I'm not going to worry about what's down there. You know, I'm going to go back and save, though, just to get my health back. There we go. I can't remember, but I want to say the electric skeletons can also drop something. Like, they might be the ones that have the electric element card. I'm just not entirely sure. Those little skeletons with little bombs. Okay, nothing down there. We've got to... go along the top. Oh, there we go. Go down. Oh, there we go. Golem. Okay. Wrong button. What does the golem one do? Oh, yeah, yeah. It's a bit slower, but super extendo whip. Yeah, MP up. Really hope I could start finding the ability cards. Those are the interesting ones for sure. Let's go right first. Huh. Clinking man, huh? So that's good for certain enemies, but very slow attack animation. Okay, we're not going up there yet. Alright. Let's see. Yep, let's go this way. One, two, oh. But yeah, I really like the sprite work in this game as well. As much as there's some like really inventive and a lot of variety in the Harmony of Dissonance backgrounds, there's just something about the way that game looks to me. Like it looks weird. But so many enemies drop these wristbands. How many of them do I have now? I have 5 of them. I mean, I said, oh yeah, you can't sell them, but then I just remember Symphony of the Night has that problem as well. I'm actually not sure if Harmony or Aria of Sorrow, but which one was the one that actually lets you sell spare equipment. Okay, well, we're not going that way. Might as well check this way. Yep, always good. Always good to have these. Oh. Sorry. Try not to do that on mic too much. Aha. Alright. Boss time. Oh yeah, this is one of the early bosses that can actually be really tough. Especially if you are don't go out your way to grind levels. Extraordinary to be dropped into the abyss and still live. But your luck is about to run out. Get out of my way, child. Before I finish you, I will tell you some news. Your precious master is already in our power. What? That old man will feed us his soul. The rite has been prepared and we only await the full moon. No! Let me just double check if... which one does more damage. Looks about the same, actually. I think... okay, that's 15. Oh, okay, it's a little more. Wait. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah, I always forget this part. The magic donuts from Metroid. Is Mother Brain around here somewhere? Honestly, the crosses are really good here. They do as much damage as the Thorn Whip, and if I aim them right... Oh, ball attack! If you do them right, there we go. Oh, look at that, we got 2 level ups. I notice that happens a lot in this game, where you'll get multiple levels up from a boss fight. And I'm gonna have more of my honey lemon here. Oh, where is you? Tackle. Move button makes the player charge. Some blocks can be destroyed with this move. So yeah, this. So now I need to try and remember where all those stone blocks were. Let me just... There we go. Make sure I know there's nothing up there. KCD says, just beat Metroid, hate the donuts. Yeah, I'm with you. I'll keep the cross on me. There we go. Could be wrong. I think this move you can also technically, yeah, hit enemies with. Okay. Aha! Got our first fast travel point. There we go. So yeah, this is interesting. It takes you right back to the start. It's locked. But from what I understand, I don't think I want to go down there yet. Sorry, let me look at the map again. Try and remember if this was a breaky block. Nope. And I believe that... Yeah, that's like the entrance corridor. It's interesting because you start a bit to the right there, so the implication is you guys just came through here and there was nothing going on. Okay. Maybe this was where one of the blocks was. Yep, there we go. Aha! Yeah. It's a great point, KZ Demon. Can tackle straight through stone blocks, but not strong enough to push a wooden crate. Okay, let's go up first. Oh, you know what? I actually don't want to go straight up yet. Oh, there we go. We've hit 25% progress with the map. As you could probably guess, this is a smaller game than Symphony of the Night. which was for most of the like Igarashi games was always the case. Wasn't until I think the DS ones is when they started to equal the length of Symphony of the Night again. You know, there's a chance I might. Well, it depends. Need to find a save point again. See, this area feels very classic Castlevania. Symphony of the Night actually doesn't have too much of this kind of platforming to do. It's mainly only in the clock tower area, like the clock room area, and it's funny because that's an area you can entirely skip. Oh, you feel, nothing really felt like the match size Symphony until Bloodstain. Oh, for sure. Well, heck, Bloodstain's huge. Like, I think Bloodstain even dwarfs, oh, that was the jump I was trying to make. Like, Symphony of the Night dwarfs in comparison to Bloodstained. There we go. Fizz, I've never... I really need to finish Order of Ecclesia. That's the one I've, like, tried a few times, and something always comes up and distracts me. But I do want to finish it. And probably this series replay through I'm doing is going to be the onus for that. There we go. Hell yeah. That's what I like to see. Okay, I do remember this being an annoying thing about this area at sometimes. Is waiting for the platforms to sync up. Yeah, this feels... Whoa, 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 whoa. This definitely feels very old school Castlevania, like this kind of platforming stuff, just without dying when you fall. Oh. Ah. Okay, I actually don't really want to... Let's go this way first. I'm going to try and get up to the... Oh, no, we're not going that way. I'm going to try and get to the left side of this room, because there's a lot of stuff over there. Aha. Yeah, I'll take that. I will say, if I ever mention some games that I've, like, started and not finished, it's very rarely the fault of the game. It's usually just me getting distracted by things. Alright, there we go. Every time I've played it, I've really liked it. It's definitely a harder game. I think it is legitimately like the hardest of the Igarashi ones. Can be a bit... well, whatever. Like, you can't quite grind your way out of problems. There we go. Portrait of the Ruins is a weird one for me because there's a lot of stuff I really like about it, but I find all the smaller maps you travel to in the paintings, I find all of those really, like, the layouts of them really boring because they're not built like smaller castle areas. They kind of just feel like old school Castlevania levels that you travel to. Like, a lot of them are either like a straight line or have a like shared shapes and things like that, especially when you get to the true ending requirements where you have to go into like the hard versions of each painting, and I think they reuse the layouts there. Granted, Audio of Ecclesia suffers from that a little bit, but I think they overall improved them, the like bespoke areas you go to. Like, I actually really like the main castle design in Portrait of Ruin. It's just weird that you don't actually do a lot there. Do the spin. Oh. You fool! You were supposed to do the spin! Let's not go that way yet. Because I'm not sure how I would come back from there. Yeah, this is the issue with this area a bit. These platforms I don't think are on a global cycle. I think they kind of move, they start their cycle when you get into range of them. There we go. What's going to be here, I wonder? Oh, that was dumb. Oh, hi. Increases attack power while equipped. Hell yeah. And a heart mat axe upped. Okay, game. Very funny. Yeah, this is this area. Okay, oh, you know what? I need to go back and save. Okay. That's a little misleading. That door doesn't look like it's on ground floor, but it is. You know, this is reminding me one thing about this game, which is I don't think there's a lot of story. At least compared to Symphony. Like, I think it's actually quite a while before we get more. Because, you know, that Necromancer dialogue was literally just telling Nathan something we already knew. Because Dracula literally said the same thing. Oh. annoying those rocks respawn, though. Okay. I don't want to go this way. I want to go this way. There we go. Ow. Also, I get the feeling some of these rooms, like rooms like this, the Sora games do that more so. That comes off as a room that might be set up, so, oh hey, if you want to farm something, this is a good spot for it. Because this enemy's like in a single room and as soon as you leave it respawns kind of thing. Okay, I'll take a level up. Oh, interesting. I've got like multiple places to go. Okay, this is something I do I'm noticing more now, is that there are a lot of areas in this game that are kind of just a room repeated a couple of times. Also, I forgot the way poison is in this game, that it actually isn't. It's based on percentage, not your health total, so even if you get like higher health, like total HP points, it still is just as much of a threat. Whoops. Yeah, I really hope I get one of the ability cards soon. Oh, another boss. Oh, oh. Oh, wow. Oh, shit, somebody healed it. I think that's what the green numbers are. Oh, this guy's a lot of health. And he's stuck me in a corner now. Oh, dear. Oh, I must have been very underleveled if I just got 2 levels out of that. Oh, hey, Hugh. Hugh! How are you? What are you doing here? You trying to take my glory? What? He doesn't say what. He says, what? What are you talking about? I just want to save Master. You're in the way. I'll defeat Dracula myself and then... You? What's going on with you? Oh, stopwatch. You know what? I'll stick with this for now. Kick boots! Jump against walls for extra height. Push forward and special move to execute. There we go. That really opens up stuff now. Oh. Oh. Running around with that little health. Was dangerous. Okay. Alright. Asshole. Okay. Aha! Stylish man! Let's see. Yeah, you'll be popular while wearing this, so strength up, defense up. Nice. Okay, so there's a... Okay, that's progress, but let me check this out first. Oh, now I've got 2 stylish. Oh. Yeah. This is probably the thing that feels the most awkward about this game. It's just there's a lot of these corridors or rooms where it's a room repeated over an extended period. Okay, let's see. Oh, I have to go back down. Oh, yeah, Max Heart doesn't feel hearts, that's true. It didn't in Symphony of the Night either, though. For some reason, they've always been a bit stingy with that. Maybe they think it could be too overpowered. So there we go. What an interesting hyena variant. Funny enough, that's like a take, like a slight edit of the... Oh god, oh... Oh dear. Oh! Now I'm scared. Oh! Oh my days! How am I alive? Oh, now I've got to try and find a save point. Yeah, see, this is what I mean by, like, repeating rooms again. Okay. You know what? I'll take it. I should be able to get through this without taking damage. Spoke too soon! Okay. We didn't lose that much progress, granted, because I saved immediately after the boss there. Oh shit, that attack fucking went miles. How much XP? So I did 3,400. Maybe I should be going for enemy kills more. You know, 300 XP, not that bad. Well, after that, I'm gonna go heal again. Oh yeah, I lost the stylish suit. I should be able to get one back easy. Oh. Yeah, like I said, way more classic Castlevania when it comes to the knockback. Because there was some knockback in Symphony of the Night. Okay, this is where I think I lost a lot of health. You know, I did not realise my slide did about as much damage, if not more so, than my regular attack at this point. Okay, yeah, I'm looking at the amount of XP I got. And especially with how that last boss went, I'm definitely a little under-leveled. Maybe this... You know, maybe this game doesn't have scaling XP like Symphony of the Night does. Trying to think if it's worth trying to... Okay, well, I'm definitely going to go save heal again. I'll probably get a level from doing this anyway, so forgot to jump. Try to think if I should try and get that stylish suit to just drop again. Oh shit! Okay, 2 gauntlets. Well, I'll take that. More strength, so... Well, this might be the place to do it. If I can avoid that fireball. There we go. Whoop! Oh, I saw it coming too. And there's another one coming. There we go. Now let's head this way. Yeah, the enemies in this little corridor starting to do a lot more damage now. Hey, a potion, finally. Might as well use it. Yeah, I actually forgot. Potions barely heal you in this game. And you can only hold 9 of them too. Yeah, 20. It's weird. Potions are actually, like, pretty bad. Even the high potions. Aha! Oh, never mind. I cheesed it up there, but can't get any further than that. Okay, let's go save now. That I I have more than one point of HP. There we go. Okay. I gotta look at the map now, because a lot's open up for us. Now that I think about it. Okay. Okay. You know what? Now might actually be the time to drop down to the bottom. Because there are some things right at the bottom of the castle that I should be able to get now. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what the check's saying. 3242. Okay, yeah, I don't think this game does scaling XP like Symphony of the Night does. Which, thank you, game, because I am not a fan of the scaling XP system in Symphony of the Night. Just, it does weird stuff to how you play that game. Because it makes it that once you get to a certain level... Whee! Some enemies are just not worth killing outside of you trying to get a drop from them. But the problem is that in some cases those enemies can still do a lot of damage to you or still take multiple hits. So it's a bit weird, and also it makes... I don't think I've ever even got to level 50 in a single playthrough of Symphony of the Night, just because once you get to that point... Hang on, let me save up here first. Also, yes, I did read about that recently, KZ Demon, that the XP rate is slightly... You need, like, slightly more XP in this version compared to the Japanese release. Now, I know for some games, like Japanese to American releases, they would make some stuff a little harder. And the reason they would do it was to try and combat rentals. There's this idea of like, okay, we'll fuck with the game, and then people won't be able to beat it during a rental period, and then people will... Oh, okay, we can't go this way yet. They'll have to buy the game. But, I think all that's going to do is either cause people to go, oh, this game's shit, it's too hard, because in some cases, those changes made games worse. You know, we're talking Resident Evil 1 removing the lock-on, and Devil May Cry 1 messing with the control binds. Okay. Could tell our luck stats actually decent now, because we're getting decent amount of antidote drops from some of these enemies. Oh, a KZ Demon says, old school speedrun, be like, can I finish this before Reynolds up? Yeah. And the funny thing is that there are games that I have rented and beat them in the rental period and still brought them because I've wanted to play them more after rental. But, I know, was there ever a period of time? You know what? I'm going to take a screenshot of this map. And I'm going to get this pen tool. And I'm going to use the brown and mark that there is a brown box there. So, let's look this way instead. Yeah, I do wish there was like a bestiary menu. Like you could pause, go in a menu here, and it will tell you like, oh, these are all the enemies. And it will tell you if you've got their drops yet or not, because some of the later games have that. What was this way? Oh no, that's not where I wanted to go. I don't know why. It's really funny how much blood comes off the bats. There we go. Ooh. What does this do? Defense increased while equipped. You know, yeah. Honestly, I could use defense more than I could use attack power right now. Oh, I got a zombie shirt, I think. Prison garb. Okay, yeah. Bit late for that, but what can you do? God, this song is so good. Okay, yeah. Oh, hang on, my chair's gone a bit funky. Okay. There we go. Alright, yeah. So I need to come around the bottom here. Yeah, see, there is some weirdness of the map here. But I guess they've done it to kind of fit more of the map on the screen. That, even though that bit was higher, it's still marked as like ground floor entrance. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me see if I can get into that room above me to the left. Or if this was a push. Oh no, that's a one-way door. Oh, so you have to... Okay, let me try getting there then. You have to come from the top. Yeah. I do like that a lot of enemies will drop hearts in this game, though. Oh, I should have come in here earlier. I want to say they might also drop hearts because I've picked up, like, the cards that they would drop already. I think that might be how it works. Let's just make sure I've... Yeah, there we go. Down here. Ah! Take that. God, that does so little damage against them, look. There we go. I had a feeling something like that was going to happen. Okay, I did not have a feeling it was going to happen twice, though. Or 3 times, but hey. There we go. Okay, let me finish fighting them and then pick up the health upgrade. trying to think if you could ever rent Game Boy Advance games. Ah, is that the only thing that was up here? Okay. Maybe then we've got to go up from the room above me. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Let's see what's up here. Okay, no, I've been that way. It's over that way. Aha. I should have slid through a lot of those enemies. Ah, it's only a heart up? Okay. Oh, so I didn't need to come down here. Ah, and I don't have a fast travel point yet. Okay. I mean, I still got something out of coming down here. But until I get the block push upgrade, and I can't imagine, it's probably just going to be either HPMP or heart up in that room anyway. I don't think it's going to be one of the relics. Let me confirm my route. Okay. I'm going to take a safety save here. My health's fine, but just on the off chance anything cuts out my power, I'll have a save here. There we go. Yeah, take that skeleton. Let's see. I think I should be able to go up this way, and it's quicker. Oh no, that's a dead end. Sorry. Wasn't paying attention to the map. There we go. I really don't need to be fighting you guys. I might be able to make this jump now. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. You can't, like, scale a single wall doing that strap, but you can steer yourself in the air a bit after the wall jump. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna go up here. Probably across. Oh hey, welcome back to stream. Here still die. Yeah. I'm a little sick boy, so I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna play more Castlevania. Yeah, can't do this yet. I think there's a specific switch you hit. Oh! Hey, I got heart refresh. Nice. I like that you could like collect a lot more heart refreshes in this, because in Symphony of the Night they're very sparing with them. You know, I don't think they drop from enemies, or if they do, it must be one of the rare drops. Okay. Oh yeah, one thing I forget sometimes. You can jump once, will jump, then jump again. And that's sometimes better. Because the wall jump gives you like a lot of forward momentum. Yeah. Oh, okay. Now we're starting to see enemies with a bit more health. You know, just before I do this, what was the issue with this room here? Aha. Okay. You know, I probably should have marked the other green statue, which I think was here. If I remember right, that's an area that we need a there's a switch we open, so we just can't go in that area yet. So that's all gone. I think I might have picked something up there, but I'm not sure. You know, how much XP do these give? Oh, they're not worth... Okay. 6587, 6587, 6587, 6587... Okay, about 200. Oh, excuse me. Not amazing XP, but not too bad either. Oh, shit. Ah. Ow. There we go. Oh, welcome Cat Collector 6000. Yes, I am from Europe. Which maybe you could tell by my accent. It's one of these long corridors again. No, that's not why I'm sniffing. Oh, the bear! The werebear! I have a big cannon. No, I do want to go, though. Oh. Let's see. Okay. Maybe later? Oh, jeez. Hang on. Let me... Yeah, that... I'm a really big fan of the Scott Pilgrim graphic novels. And legitimately, I want to go to Toronto and visit some of the areas that the book's based on. But who knows when I'll ever have the chance to do something like that. Okay. Protects... It's not that much more defense. As much as I need the defense right now. Yeah, the beast even seems scary, but you literally just have to run away. And there you go. Oh, Calculus, so you're from Quebec. Lots of my history is like with Europe. The thing I always remember in Canada, they have the same Smarties as we do, where they're like candy shells filled with chocolate, but in America they're not, they don't have chocolate. And that's one of the things I always remember. It's a random thing to remember, but there you go. I am tempted to put this on just because my health's quite low right now. Yeah, that's what I've heard, yeah. I think there's a couple of other food items that are like that, where the UK version is basically the same as the Canada one. Ah, it's the evil hands! Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that was bad. Okay. What's here? Okay, well... I need a save point. The annoying thing is I know there is a card combo in this game that lets you heal, but I don't have I don't think I have either of the cards right now. Well, I don't have the ability card, which is the more important thing than anything else. Ah, that was dumb. Okay, not too bad. I'm just gonna be way more careful going through that corridor. Because that corridor is like a really big step up in terms of like enemy damage and health. Oh, Cat Collector. Yeah, will you play Aria? So also, I plan on going through all the like Igafanias, all the Metroid style Castlevanias. I have played them all. The only one I've never fully finished is Order of Ecclesia. I've started it multiple times, but something... Oh. Sorry. Oh, it's cold. Something's always come up, or... I've got distracted. I'm easily distracted at times. But yeah, Aria's great. Something I'm gonna do when I get to Aria and Dawn is I want to mess with specific ROM hacks there. I've played those ones quite a lot. But there's some ROM hacks I want to show off. With Aria, it's mainly just the one that like fixes the luck stat a bit. But Dawn of Sorrow is a weird one where it's actually like my favorite of the Igarashi Castlevanias, but it does have a lot of big issues. But there is a ROM hack that basically fixes every one of those problems. So it's this weird thing where I'm like, where I say, oh yeah, that's like one of the best, but not the version they released. Like obviously the version they released is still great. But you have to deal with the like touchscreen control stuff and that anime art style they tried to pivot to try and make the series more popular, that ultimately did not work out for them. Like, I get why, because those portable Castlevanias never were selling huge numbers, but a part of that was like, yeah, because you're only putting them out on portable systems and you're releasing them like a year or less apart. Oh. Okay, well, I'm doing better health-wise. I'm kind of tempted, actually, at some point to look up a list of the enemies and just see, like, what enemies drop what. But I kind of don't want to spoil the, like, what a Circle of the Moon playthrough's like, where you don't really know what you're gonna get unless you've played it before and you remember everything. And if I really want to show off all the different card combos, there's a way to do it without having to get them all. I referenced it a few times. There is a very broken glitch in this game that allows you to access any card combo. Oh fuck, I forgot how strong the Flame Demon is here. As long as you have one ability card and one attribute card. Okay, well, let's use this one potion I've got again. Oh no, okay. Okay, well that's not going to be a save point. There, oh. You know what? This honestly will work out. Because everything's weak here now. There we go. Oh. Oh, excuse me. I might have to lozenge up in a bit. Aria is really great. I'll definitely go more into it when I eventually get to those playthroughs. Oh, that's interesting. This is probably going to be weaker than what I... Oh, it is a little more defense, though. You know, I'll put it on then. I honestly need it right now. But there are some little bits as to why I really like Dawn of Sorrow over Aria. First is that though Aria was the first one to introduce the wide variety of weapon types that had more bespoke attack animations and styles, I think Dawn executes that idea a bit better. Where the attack animations are a bit different. For example, Aria of Sorrow and Dawn of Sorrow both have great swords. But in Aria of Sorrow, they just do like a really fast, like, downwards circle spin that doesn't, like, look that different from some of the other, like, circular attacks, whereas in Dawn of Sorrow, there's an actual, like, full two-handed swing animation. There's also... I really like the weapon... I don't know if you would call it a weapon crafting system, but the stuff where you could use your excess souls you've collected to make new weapons and things. And getting some of the, like, really powerful weapons. It's actually a little harder in Dawn. It takes more work. Aria has this problem where there's a weapon in the game that I can't remember. I know the name roughly, but it's a weird name, so I'm not good at pronouncing it. But it's in an optional area hidden behind a broken wall. But once you know it's there, it's just like, unless you specifically avoid it yourself, it's like, oh, okay, well, like, always pick that weapon up. There we go. Some meat. Alright, alright, let's not go that way yet. Yeah, let's explore down here first more. You know, I've been kind of unlucky with card drops now. Like, I got a decent amount in the first 2 hours, and now I haven't had any in a really long time. Okay. Not doing anything there yet. Oh, ghouls. Hey, look at that. I like the ghoul, those boomerang skeletons have little capes. Ah, that's a weird... Okay. I was trying to figure out why that area didn't have the white border around it, and that's why. What it is because I've already gone through all the 2D Metroid games. I want to go through these and then cover a lot of the independent or other developed ones. You know, like, Metroid was the... Obviously, it was genre defining, and then Symphony of the Night, you could also, like, argue rewrote the genre, even. Like, redefined the genre at that point. So, it feels like I should play the series, you know, show all the Castlevania ones that were these big influences on where the Metroidvania genre was taken. Oh, you know what? I think there is a save point around here somewhere. Huh. Maybe not. Whoops. What's up here? Aha! There we go. There's that save point. I knew there was a save point. Hang on, let me have some water. I wish I had some sort of like hot steam bin. When I'm like this, I want to be in a shower constantly because just having the hot steam in the air, it's like the only time that my sinuses are clear. Okay, before we go that way, let's check out to the right here. Oh hey, welcome back, Alice. Just playing some good old Castlevania. When I'm a bit under the weather like this, I always like to go for a comfort game. Aha. Okay. Yeah, we're not getting that yet. Oh, I should have jumped. You know, I could choose the hill again. Let's see. Actually, try to think. Try and remember how long this game is. Oh. Because we have made a lot of progress already. But I don't know if this is a game I could finish in like 2 hours from now. I mean, I know it is possible in theory, I just mean I don't know if I can do it. It has been a little bit since I played this one. Let's see. Ah! Oh, good going. There we go. A little awkward, that movement, but it worked out. How am I doing XP? Actually, I'm about to level up again. Oh, fuck these sword fins, though. I think I already have the bronze armor, don't I? Yeah. Let's go this way first. Okay. You know what, never mind. I think so those floating enemies... It's interesting, this game is a bit more influenced by, just Metroid. Because they do that... They have these enemies where... There are areas you get to by, like, freezing the enemies and platforming off them. Which is, like, a thing that... You know, Metroid's done a lot over the years. But I think this might be one of the few, if only, Castlevania games that does that. Oh, that was worth it. More MP is always really good. But yeah, those floating things, there's a specific... Obviously, once you... There's a certain power-up you get later on where you don't need to freeze those enemies to platform off them, but if you do get that card combo... Oh, yeah, the dolls, they... Oh, okay. You know what? I think I'm going to have to... Yep. They make it so you can't attack. There we go. They did a really good job redrawing that sprite to this resolution. It wasn't till the DS games where they were able to reuse some of the Symphony of the Night sprites. And in some cases they did update or redraw them. I'm curious how much XP. Okay, about 150 to 200. You know, for how much health those have, that's not amazing. Ah! What do you swords are such assholes? It's weird because I feel a little underleveled based on how much damage I'm taking and how much health. Well, not how much health, but like how little damage I'm doing to them. But then I've also been, I remembered I've been prioritizing defense over attack for a bit. Yeah, getting cursed by these guys is it's rough. Woo! Okay. Yeah, it has been a while because the order that you go to areas, some of it I'm not remembering at all. There's one thing I do remember about this castle is that the areas are very tightly packed. You don't get a lot of empty space from what I remember. And my speedrun, no. For a brief time, I used to just kind of on my own do these like casual Symphony of the Night speedruns. Or for the Xbox 360 version, where I would kind of just... Well, I know how to beat the game, but I never really looked up, like, the optimal strat. But it was just, okay, I know how to get to Dracula in, like, 2 to 3 hours. But I'm very out of practice, which the Sega Saturn playthrough proved, because I really did not remember where a lot of items were, or entrances to places. But I did get decent. I got to a point where I could do a lot of the top castle without having to check the map. Oh yeah, I forget the holy water in this has like an interesting arc. You don't like throw it up and it falls down. You throw it like diagonal. So if you're up high, you can... Let's see. Oh, nice. There we go. Let's just eat that. So yeah, here's the cursed ring. Luck decreases greatly. Just, why not? Oh, Alice, by the way, I hope you play Metal Slug. Yeah. I, I, I've been planning on it for a while. I really want to do it once I, hit affiliate status and I could kind of put, like, sub-goals. I want a marathon and do, like, all the mainline ones in one day. Like, start one. I don't know if I would do both 2 in X. I'm kind of tempted to do both, though. Oh, God. Well. Oh, is it worth going back to that set? You know, yeah, I think it is. I really don't want to lose progress. I've just been really unlucky that I haven't had any card drops in a while. Because at a certain point, you get, like, defense up, attack up. There's even healing cards and things like that. Oh, God, those swords. Fuck those swords. Ooh! I think this is actually good. Let's see. Not amazing. Actually. Also, yes, Hollow Knight is a game in that style. I'd love to replay that. There's multiple endings for that game, and I was never able to get any of them. There was an optional boss that I just could never beat. Because it's more Metroid than Metroidvania. You can't level up. There's like a hard limit to how much you can get your stats up. So it's a very much a get good style game. But yeah, Hollow Knight's amazing. There we go. Man, the were-pampers are tough. Dash on you and punch you in the face. Oh. There we go. Yeah, that was bad. Bad jumping there. Okay, well, I'm gonna level up again soon. Is this a... Nope. Seriously, fuck these sword guys. Okay, let me look at this map. Okay. Okay, let me I don't want to go back down to hill. I feel like I'll just be right back where I started. Weirdly, these are like a lot lower level enemies now. Hey, look at that. Level 20. Yep, wall jump. Ah, okay. You have to make sure to hold in the direction of the wall. Or you, Oh, no! Or you don't end up hitting the wall sometimes. When you do that move. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, that's nice, but it's not what I want. Oh, jeez. This is a really gauntlet area. Oh, oh, oh no! I forget. I forget how hard this game is. And that's the funny thing, because it is that kind of old school, like, Castlevania influence. It has some of that difficulty intact. You know, we have these enemies here that you know, regardless of your level, you can't really grind that much. There are some areas where you could grind a bit, but they do like to just put a fodder of enemies. Just like, hey, here's this repeating corridor with this enemy. And it's very hard to just skip. You do have to genuinely get good at fighting them. Oh. Whew, okay. Out. Hey! Look at that. Got a new card. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. Aha! Here we go. See, this is where some of the really fun stuff happens with the cards. Rose sword. Yeah, massive hammer. Okay, let's see if I can... Oh, they respawn. Interesting, okay. Okay, no, I'm not getting up that way yet. Let me check, how much... What's the damage difference here? Okay, I think this is a lot more, but also, you know, you get way better hitbox on these sword attacks. So yeah, as I mentioned, this is what you get instead of weapon pickups. And it's a really interesting idea. Granted, I think there is an issue this system has. Oh shit! What is this luck? Where some of these combos end up being not that useful. Okay, we've got 2 fireballs circle your defense. Don't know what this one does yet. Yeah, there's a weird thing with some of the cards where you don't know what the effect is until you activate them. But I don't know how you activate those cards to do that. I'm actually trying to remember what. Whoops. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying... No, I really can't remember. Like, the 2 fireballs surrounding you is good. There's also the issue that because of the way the card system works, you can't combine... you can't combine anything. So you can't use the flame sword while having, you know, those fireballs circle you. Okay, all I could do is hope there's a save point nearby. Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. See, this is really good to have here now. Because it allows me to hit enemies above. You know, you've got this super wide arc now. I'm curious. Oh. Oh, fuck. I have to wait. Don't think I have anything that cures curse, though. Ah, well. I was really hoping... Okay, that's 69. Nice. I was hoping one of those card combinations was like a status ailment cure. I think what those are probably going to be is there going to be some sort of stat up. Oh, there we go. Like, one of them's going to be, oh, this is luck up, but it doesn't trigger on every attack. What the fuck? Why am I doing so little damage? No! Oh, I'm cursed. Hold on. Okay. If I'm really lucky, there's going to be a save point. Well, not there. Oh dear. Okay. Oh, I forgot. I forgot how hard this game is. Oh, and I lost the cards. I'm going to try this a few times. See if I can get the cards back. I really should have gone back and saved after getting the cards. I might do this off stream. Yeah. What I'll do, if those cards don't drop naturally again, I'll look up what enemies could drop them, and I'll just farm for them off stream. Okay, yeah, I remember. But that sword, that weapon one, is really good. That's the one I don't want to lose. How far back am I? Oh, okay. Not too bad. Really, a wristband from that enemy? That's a terrible drop for such a high level enemy. Fuck. Oh great, that was two of them. Oh, okay. Yeah, got the cursor in again. Yeah, they just hammer you with, like, really strong enemies in this area. It's not like you're leveling up at a rate where you're overpowering them very quickly, either. Okay, okay. Shit, I probably should just go and save again. I'm already out of health. I might have to go for the... see how many enemies I can run past strat here. Yeah, at least I've gained a level now. Why do I keep getting that drop? Oh. There we go. Oh shit. That's a completely new card. One sec. There we go. So yeah, got a thunder element now. It's pretty good because you could just hold it out like this. But if you look, it does less damage the longer you do the attack. But yeah, see, that's what I mean by like how the luck can be very unpredictable with what drops you could get. Honestly, fuck, I should just go save again. Yeah, at least I've got that card saved now, right? You assholes. I just want the card they drop. I don't even know if these Thunder Demons drop a card. They just keep dropping these magic gauntlets. There we go. This is the room. This is the room where you probably farm the swords. No, not having the save point. Oh, come on. Huh. I don't know what that achievement was. Was it for leveling up? Was it for a certain kill count? I don't know. Come on, come on. There we go. Oh, I'm definitely going to go save after that. There we go. Don't have that other card yet. Which I think the flame enemy actually dropped, weirdly enough. Now I want to say, from what I remember, I don't think it's just one enemy type that that will drop some cards. I think some cards you can get from a variety of enemies. Oh, okay, I'll take it. Yeah, it was them. I do have, you know, high luck stat now because of the extra levels, so just have to wait and see. The thing I will say, there was a weird time. I don't really do this much. I have trouble falling asleep with videos playing these days. Depends. It can happen. But there was a time where I used to... Oh wow, that's... Okay, the sword's actually really bad against the dragon fins here. But there was a time where, to fall asleep, I used to watch tool-assisted speedruns. Where they would just, like, last for a couple of hours. And I know, from the tool-assisted run of this game, that, I forget what the best way of describing this is, but every, like, frame or action advances the RNG tables for actions and things. And what that means is that if I kill an enemy like 1/60th of a second at a different time, the drop could completely change. Because what the speed run, the Tool Sister speed run does, is it uses that card glitch to use a late game card. And there's a joke transformation where you turn into a little skeleton and it throws bones. And the skeleton's really bad. It has like terrible defense, terrible stats. But it also has a low chance of spawning a giant bone projectile that does 9,999 damage. And so what the tool-assisted speedrun does is that's how it beats every boss. Is it just turns into a skeleton, it just manipulates the luck so they get those bone throws instantly. And I don't think a real player can manipulate the luck to do that, but it is just hilarious to watch. Fuck's sake, I just cured it. Now I gotta... Okay. Excuse me, werebears. Ah, there we go. Progress, I'll take it. Sorry for all the deaths and stuff. Spoilers, we probably will not be beating this tonight. Not with the ludicrous display I've been putting on. Aha, boss time. Oh! Hugh! You okay? You okay, lady? You! Back off! This is my trophy to claim! Urgh! Hugh! Alright, see you later, Hugh. Oh yeah, this guy! Oh, I love this guy! Okay, that's 32. That's 25. 31. Also 31. Oh yeah! Punchy! I forgot. Yeah, this boss is probably going to take a few tries. Let me make sure, yeah. Yeah. Come on. But look at this sprite. This looks so awesome. Oh yeah, they turn off my... Funny enough, with this power-up, if you just get in the right spot... You don't even need to jump. Oh yeah, the skeletons you can't actually... Skull heads you can't actually... You have to... Yeah, now I remember. Yeah. This is coming back to me. Oh. Yeah, you have to run into the corner there. There we go. I gotta figure out how to dodge this fire, though. Jesus Christ. Sorry. I'm having a really bad time with bots right now. I do remember that, though, the slide. Sliding into the corner is the best strat for them. Ah, okay. I'm just gonna fast forward bits here. Wow, the fast forward speed on this is crazy. Okay. I've got a bit of a pattern down. I do feel like I should be doing more damage to this boss. Also, I have the completely rod sub-weapon for this boss. I needed, like, the axe or the cross. Oh! Like, there's a good chance that when I beat this boss, I'm gonna get at least 2 level ups. Oh. Oh. Oh, okay, that was dumb. Oh. Okay, I might double check how much damage attacks are doing there. Okay, let me see. $28. 31. 25. Okay, so the fawn is definitely the strongest. Wait, how much was just the fawn whip again? 31. Ah, okay. And that's 32. So it's one more point of damage, but it's still more damage. Ah, okay. And the punch doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's fast, but getting... It's not fast enough to get, like, multiple hits in the air and do that damage. Oh, okay. Yeah, full. I knew it. I knew there was going to be more skinny bros coming. Oh! Yes, it's really hard to even, like, get a lot of hits into this boss before these attacks start happening. Oh, that was bad. Moving over to the corner's good, because it gives you a lot more time to react. The shots are, like, more spread out. Okay, I've got to be really careful. I probably only have, like... Yep. Oh. Okay, maybe I should change my equipment. What would maybe be better? Maybe that. Maybe the curse ring actually would be a good idea. I could swap to that, but also 50 less defense is a lot less defense. Maybe the stylish suit. Stylish suit is 10 less defense, but 15 plus attack. Okay, okay. I do wish I brought a better sub-weapon in, though. Because, yeah, the Holy Water's just... I can only hit it if I'm, like, really far away, and it's not worth it because it's only one hit. Oh! I'll take it. Actually, how much damage am I doing now? Okay, 34. It's a little bit more. It might save me in the long run. I can avoid taking damage though. Yeah, I get the feeling I'm very under-leveled for this fight. Just how much damage I'm taking, how the damage I'm doing. More so the damage I'm doing. Like, this is a... more of attrition kind of fight. Come on. Come on, you stupid goat ball. Oh! That was a clutch slide to dodge there. Jesus, how much health does he have? Sorry if I'm not... I'm trying not to speak too much because I think I have to focus. But also, you know what? Sometimes if I focus too much, it's worse. So... Oh, okay. How much fucking health does this thing have? Ah. Okay, okay. Maybe I should go level up a bit. Let's see. Come on, bears. But I'm not even gaining XP at like a rate that makes me think I'm really underleveled. If you see the attack do less damage sometimes, what that is it's just the pedals hitting. You know, what was down here? Oh yeah, now I remember. I think the push is literally the next power-up we're getting. How is there not an axe or a cross power-up around here? You'd think they'd put one near this boss. Yeah, I could get maybe one more level. Right now I'm gonna fucking die before I... You know, no. I refuse. Yeah, I'll get one more level. Because it's still better stats. Let's see. Yeah. It's really quick, so to level and save here, I think. Yeah, it'll take a couple of times doing this room, but every little helps. Sorry. I don't mean to sniff on Mike, I just can't turn away quick enough to stop myself. I was really hoping I'd get some drops there. Didn't get anything. I'm trying to think if the curse ring would actually be useful, because I don't actually know if you want, if like how much luck stat would even help during a boss. Alright, well, I've got a cotton robe. I don't know how that... Okay. If I remember right, I actually think this game doesn't have a lot of armor and gauntlet pickups. Okay, there we go. So we went up a level. See if that is better. It's just with these boss fights where I know how to execute on them, but they take a long time. So, you know, getting that execution every time. Okay, 36 now. So yeah, we are upping our damage amount. Come on, come on. There was a flame there that I'm shocked did not hit me. I don't actually know if crits exist in this game. Like, you know, critical hits. Oh, that was unfortunate. Got, like, knocked the wrong way. Ooh, okay. Yeah, dash. Oh, see, the dash to the corner, you can mess up if you get a bit too close to the head, because you don't have enough time to react to it. There we go. Yeah, you don't want to be greedy here. It's like the old Dark Souls thing where being greedy can get you killed in a boss fight like this. Ah, oh, that was the wrong move. There we go. Yeah, that thing had a lot of health. A switch. Why don't I press it and see? MP up, okay. Yeah, well, I'm here. There's that, and then... Oh, hey, Hugh. Damn! Who asked you for help? Couldn't just leave you, could I? Point. Don't think that you defeated it. It was the power of that whip. Well, technically, it was the power of the cards. You could never beat me in training. Never once. But Father named you the successor and gave you the hunter whip. Your parents and my father banished Dracula together, and those fond memories clouded his judgment. Don't forget that. Okay, pissy pants. Alright, well, let's go save before I accidentally die. Have to redo all that. Okay, we'll get a bit more. We'll get a bit more done before I wrap up. So yeah, most of the area. There's a couple of areas here that I can get to now. I'm actually going to do this. Okay. So that opens here and here. I think that's where the green fins were. I think this was a push area here, if I remember right. Which is a bit weird because we should have got like a fast travel out of here, right? Also, I've missed this part of the map here. But yeah, I think that's this area in here that had the green statues. There was one here, one here. I have a little map, yeah. Here, I should probably update. Let me, do that. See if I remember. Okay. You can't see what I'm doing here. I'm just making a map for myself. And then brown, there's one here. And I think there's a push block here. Yeah. Okay. Oh! So yeah, this is a full combo. That final hit does a lot of damage though. You know what? Hold on. Let me just... Yeah, see, those later hits actually do a really big amount of damage. Well, we'll stick with this though. I'm gonna try and yep. I'm doing this just so I know there's nothing to get up here. There we go. I don't know if there's any ending things attached to map completion percentage in this, like there is Symphony of the Night. But that's good to do just because it means I won't waste time coming back here later. And thinking, oh, there's a secret up there. Okay, if I remember right... Okay, so I did mark that on the map, right? I'm trying to remember about this little room at the bottom left, though. Well, I've cursed myself again. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, no, you need the, I see. Until you can push... You push that block, and that takes you into a room, and then you circle around. Okay, this is a bit awkward, because, yeah, we've just got to, like, backtrack now. Like, we didn't open up any fast travel. We didn't get the push power, so we didn't open up anything there. So it looks like I just have to go all the way back down. That is odd. Like, I can't think of another Castlevania, open world Castlevania that has this problem. Like, it's very rare for them to have you beat a boss in an area and then the only way to get out of the area is to literally go backwards the way you came. And we're not going up that side bit yet. I need a different power up. What was up with here? Aha, this is another pushy area. Okay. At least I'm stronger now. With all those level up. And everything. Can get past all this shit without it doing as much damage. Okay. Curious about that room over there. I can't remember what was up with it. Oh, I remember now, I think. Okay, yeah, I'm not getting up there yet. Okay, that's one thing at least. You can get down from this area quicker than you can get up it. Okay. What was over here? Oh, another one. This is going to open up so much of the game when I get that power up. It's weird that I'm going to come back to this area, though. Oh, hang on. Because I imagine it's going to be mostly optional. Hopefully, at least when I come back, I'll open up a fast travel. Oh, oh! That might be better than what I have. Okay, I'm putting that on. That's really high defense. On the off chance these guys have a good drop. Yeah. Oh wow, those drop really good XP. That's probably what would be worth farming off of. Oh yeah, I remember now. I should be able to go down there. Whoop. Ah. I'm sad I lost that card though. At least I know what enemy drops it. Yeah, I think I could... There we go. I always forget what Castlevania game this song was originally in first. Ah, another one. Okay. I'm trying to remember what the puzzle is there. I think you have to... There we go. Nice. I remembered that. Now I think I'm going over here. Okay. Yeah, see, this is it again. This is one of those areas where it's just a repeating pattern a couple of times. Oh yeah, I'm not getting that yet. Hell yeah. Alright, we'll do a bit more in this area. I think I could go for another 20-25 minutes. Oh, okay. This part's interesting though, because I could have come from the other side. Oh shit. another hard ring. I could be wrong. I feel like that this song is from Castlevania 3. Yeah, see what I mean? Like, this is a copy-paste of that hallway. It's just, instead of the moth, it's the harpy enemy. It's very strange. I'll say the other GBA games are better about not having areas that feel, like, extended like this. What's the name of this enemy? Thunder Armor. You know what? Let me just check. Thunder Armor. I'm curious if there's a... I've already got the steel armor, haven't I? I think I do. Let me check again. Okay, yeah. Yeah, they either drop gold armor or steel armor, but the gold armor is actually their more common drop, so I imagine it's not as good as the steel armor I just picked up. Oh, jeez. Yeah, don't want to be poisoned right now. It's interesting that those slide points makes me think at some point in development you didn't start with the slide. Probably should swap to the flame sword, but oh god, those fucking... Okay, okay. That's not too bad. I do have to be more careful in this area, though. Oh, these mantises are assholes. Hey! New card, though. Oh! Okay, this is good. This does open up some stuff. So if you remember I told you about the enemies that you could freeze and climb on, you could also use the petrify spell to do it. Yeah, it's you don't have a backdash. I feel like with this game, you know, obviously it's going for that more old school Castlevania thing, and that's why. It would help though. Ah, bollocks. Okay. Okay, how... Okay, okay, I think I can get back to the save point. No! Oh! This area's tough, and I fucking lost the card. Try and remember which enemy even dropped that. I've completely blanked. I don't remember what enemy dropped that card. Well, it was one of the enemies around here. Fuck. Okay, take care of you. There we go. I'm still gonna go try and save after this. You know, that's fine. Yep, antidote. There we go. Oh, I'm very happy about that. Okay. If I remember right now that I'm looking at this area, I think it has a lot of these kind of repeated rooms. Like, I think it's kind of supposed to be set up to feel like a prison or something, but I forget what the name of this area is. Oh yeah, now we're at the point where we're starting to need like quite a lot of XP to level up. We're not getting, you know, the same kind of numbers we were earlier. Okay, now... Yeah, those literally give free XP. free as in like 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm poisoned again. And again. Yeah, there we go. See, I knew there was some elements, you know, all these elements shows that, yeah, there's going to be elemental weaknesses. Actually, it looks like most of the stuff here is weaker to fire. Oh, at least he dropped an antidote. Okay, I'm curious again. Poison armor. What do you drop? Rainbow robe. Oh, wow. Really good if you could get it. But it's a 0.5 drop rate. But I assume that's like without calculating your current luck stat. And yeah, I think there's a couple of enemies that actually drop that. Fuck. Okay, it's actually better to jump. I hit them better. Ah, okay. Oh, fuck you. Oh man, how long does this poison last? Ah! I guess this is an optional area, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. You know what then? I do really want to get that stuff though. Whoops, hold on. Let me just try and not get poisoned as much this time. I wonder if there's an accessory that just gives you a poison resistance. There we go, that went pretty well. Oh, fuck it. It's so messed up, they just poison you on touch. Oh. Okay. Well, I went the wrong way. I think behind the poison armor I want. Gonna have to come through here twice then. Forget what it was. Was it MP up? It was either a health or an MP thing. Oh. Night suit. It's good, but I don't want the lower defense right now. It's interesting, this retro achievements. They put achievements for a lot of, like, I'll get this rare drop kind of thing. Oh, jeez. These things just chew through your antidotes. So yeah, replay this. I realise this is a game where it's more designed around, again, that old school Castlevania thing where you are fighting most of the enemies you run into. Oh, it's a health up too. Okay. Oh, did I get fucking poisoned? Oh, I did. Okay. No, I just need to hope to get... Oh, what is going on? Those bee fins are fucking hard to even run past. I'm doing this because I'm going to go save again. I'm going to wrap up anyway. Because it's getting late. And I'm sick of redoing this section over and over. Oh, God. You know... I'm not doing that bit again. Yep. Oh! Yeah, that's right. Oh. I can't load the fucking... Okay. Let's just give it one more try. I wonder if I should have done this area yet. I wonder if I should have gone back to the entrance and gone into that part that was open. Okay, I think the secret with the bees is to not jump. Yeah. Okay, that's on me then. I should have focused more. Oh, look at that. That's how good the sword is. Okay. We should be fine. Just let me get through this game. This area sucks. It's just... Yeah, yeah. This is the thing I did not remember about this game coming back to it, was that they had these areas which were just kind of... Hey, here's this enemy. Repeated, like, multiple times. But it is very... how old school Castlevania levels were. Okay, granted, Symphony of the Night does do this in places, but it's not the main design of the game. Oh. Okay, all I could hope for now is that I could find a save point around here. Okay, well, I'm not poisoned anymore. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Okay. Oh, fuck me. Okay. You know what? I'll come back to that. Oh, sorry about that. Jeez. Okay. Oh. Again, maybe when I'm not ill, maybe I'll be more focused on that. Because I'm a bit out of it. Okay. I'll be back Thursday, where I'll probably play more of this. I'll come back to Constantine on PlayStation 2 on Saturday, when I think I'll be more well. Also, next week onwards, maybe I've got to check some more things. I might shift up my schedule a bit because there's a collab thing I want to do, and it'd be better for me to not stream on certain days for that. But keep an eye out on my Twitter at JohnnyBaghead or Blue Sky at JohnnyBaghead, and I'll put out updates for that. But yeah, I'll be back Thursday with more Circle of the Moon, and we're going to raid the Bad Game Hall of Fame, so you can see see something. Instead of a good game, how about a bad game? But yes, thank you everyone. Thank you for being patient with my illness. I hope you enjoyed the show. And yeah, I'll be back on Thursday, and hopefully won't be as sick and won't be as sniffly. So yeah, toodles, a woodles.